What's happening guys, Gemma here and back again for another video. And today, as Christmas is approaching, do you like the games room tree? I'm in the mood to give stuff away because we are giving away 5 of these third-party Nintendo Switch Pro controllers that look like this.
So here we have the box, and it doesn't reflect the actual controller itself. As you guys can see, this is a kind of charcoal colour, and it doesn't have the Super Famicom buttons. We've got the controller features on the back as well as the connected instructions. We've got everything inside. There are actually 2 sets of instructions. One's a summary sheet and one is an instruction manual in more depth. When you take it out, the packaging is quite nice. Everything is protected with this blue film, and then you take it off and here it is close up. We've got the D-pad. We've got no additional kind of beveling as such on on the handles. Things look pretty darn neat. And then we've got the reset button, and we got the charging port, which is USB-C, as well as the screenshot button. This does look very nice.
And here it is in the flesh. We're going to be talking about this in a little bit more depth, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to get yourselves one of these for free. 5 of you. It's going to be dead simple. Guys, let's take a look. So this was sent to me by WILLGOO for purposes of a review. Now, based on its look and aesthetics, I will say that it looks mighty fine. It taps right into that beautiful part of me that loves the PAL, or rather Super Famicom colours of the buttons itself. In terms of shape, it mimics pretty much what a Pro controller is in terms of its shape. I wouldn't necessarily say the ergonomics match, but I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. Now, this retails at $26.99, and the Pro controller is easy double that. Easy double that. Now, right off the bat, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to give you this statement. This controller is great value for money. If this controller was priced higher, I would suggest maybe not buying it. There are no flaws in terms of its usage. I haven't noticed any input lag, which I was expecting because I'm very skeptical of third-party controllers. I'm really skeptical. So when I was asked to review this, I kind of ummed and ahed for a little bit, but then I said I'd give it a go because I know a lot of people out there will want to pay less for a controller. This controller is wireless, and in the box you do get a nice USB-C charging cable, and I'm glad it's USB-C because I can also use it on my Pro controller. There are some controllers out there that aren't USB-C, which is a bit of a shame, and unfortunately the controller length isn't the cable length isn't overly long. I would say it's about 2 feet. Really good quality actually, flex, really nice stuff. Now, what do you get in the box? What do you get in the box? You get the controller, you get some instructions. You actually get 2 instructions. And right off the bat, I was like, how do you pair this? How do you pair it? Because it really pisses me off going through a pairing process. I just want to be able to plug in and play. What I liked about this is that you've got an additional summary of instructions rather than having to siphon through the manual of exactly how to pair. So if you're lucky enough to win this, or you want to go buy yourself one, pairing is easy compared to like the 8BitDo. I had a lot of trouble pairing my 8BitDo NES controller. This was a lot easier, which truthfully surprised me with it being third party. Now on the back we've got 7 screw holes. You can't see the screws. Nothing interrupts in terms of the ergonomics and gameplay. Typically with third-party controllers I expect to see screws and have a little bit of abrasiveness, but there's nothing on the back. It's actually really comfortable to hold. One thing I will say that is a bit of a flaw, the seams here right on the control, kind of the control nubs at the end, they're slightly out of line. So if you run your finger over it, you can feel the plastic is slightly raised. Obviously you don't get that on a Pro controller, but like I said, this is $26.99. You get what you pay for. You don't notice that kind of slight plastic raising when you're playing games, but it's something, if you look and you analyse it that little bit more, you will notice it. So be warned, if you want immense build quality, then you'll probably want to buy, spend £50 plus on a controller rather than $26.99. But like I said, for the price, this is pretty darn good. The plastic, there's no transparency on it. I would have preferred maybe just a little bit of a texture change or grip along the sides here, but everything, all the plastic feels the exact same. The only difference is on the left and right triggers there are some indentations which give a slightly different feel, but nothing really kind of like that interrupts gameplay or enhances gameplay whatsoever. This is purely a comfort thing. So I think in terms of looks, this thing looks fantastic. I love the PAL Super Nintendo colours. I think this, you know, comfort is a really, really good 4 to 4.5 out of 10. Like I said, it just, that little nick there really does let it down. That's just on mine. I don't know if anybody out there has noticed that themselves. Maybe it's just on mine. I don't know, but I'm just kind of giving you my perspective. Now, battery life, again, I was very, very skeptical. When I paired this, it had absolutely no juice in it. So I had to just give it a little charge before I dived into Super Mario Odyssey. Not gonna lie, I charged it for about 10 minutes thinking I'd probably get about 5 minutes worth of play. I still haven't charged it since. And my nephew was around at the weekend and he played on the Switch for about 2 hours, and I was actually genuinely blown away that it didn't die. Now I've read on the back, and if you go onto their Amazon you can read a full spec. In fact, I'll list the full specs in the description below. It says that it takes about 2 to 3 hours to charge and you get about 5 hours gameplay. I would say so far that that is accurate. I don't know why I only charged it for 10 minutes and I still haven't had to charge it. One thing though is when you are charging it, I'll just kind of give you a little tip. Make sure that it's plugged in when you pair it. I've always been a little bit superstitious, so make sure it's just kind of plugged in when you pair it. I did try to pair it once without it and it didn't quite work. Plugged it straight in and it paired straight away with the button combination that you need to use on the instruction manual. Now this thing does have a dual shock element to it, and I think again this is one of the areas that you will notice a huge difference in terms of quality. This thing, you can really feel the motors turning in your hands. It's not necessarily a comfortable vibration in the hands when you're playing a game. I much prefer the smoother haptics of the Pro controller, but again, you get what you pay for. This is $26.99. I paid £75 for my Nintendo Switch controller at launch. They are cheaper now, but clearly there's a difference in quality. Again, I think with this, the words, like I said, you get what you pay for, or you get what you win. So, not bad. I would say kind of like a 4 out of 5 in terms of its dual shock ability. I would say it's a definite 5 out of 5 in terms of its looks and aesthetics, for me at least anyway, maybe not for you. In terms of ergonomics, I'd give it like a 4 to a 4.5 out of 5, purely because of this plastic raising here, and it does feel quite light. Now I've always judged third-party controllers initially on weight. This has got a fair bit of weight to it for a third-party controller. I've had third-party controllers on like the PS2, the PS3 that have literally been, you can kind of, there's nothing to them and it feels like a really cheap build quality. I would say that this is like a 3.8 out of 5 in terms of how it feels and its weight and its build quality. If you shake it, a lot of the buttons shake. I would prefer that not to happen. But nonetheless, that's just a minor detail that I think some of you may benefit from knowing. So if you're the kind of gamer on your Switch that likes to take screenshots, you've got your screenshot button on the top, you've got a reset button, you've got the plus and minuses, you've got everything on here that the Pro controller will do. You've got your home button right there, and there's 4 LEDs when you go to actually pair it. It kind of flashes, and then when the LED stays you know, in the same point, you know that it's paired. So overall, I think for the price of $26.99, I'm going to give this puppy a 5 out of 5. If this was any higher in price, I would give it a 4 out of 5. You know, if it's kind of bordering on the 30 plus, I'd probably say it's a bit too much money, but I think this is a really good value for money controller. And if you guys want to buy it, I make no money from sales. Just want to make that clear. You can buy it for yourself. The link, the Amazon link, will be in the description. However, I did say in the beginning of this video that me and WILLGOO are giving 5 away to you people. I did email them back and forth to make sure I fully understood what they were asking, but the way they gave this to me is they PayPal'd me the money, I bought it from their Amazon, and that is what they're going to do with you. So you need to make sure you have a PayPal account that is ideally yours, and you need to make sure you're in the United Kingdom, as they're only willing to ship this giveaway to UK people, so I'm really sorry about that. All you need to do to be in with a chance of winning 5 one each. Share this video, obviously you need to subscribe, share this video to Twitter using the hashtag TheGebs24. Make it pop, get some retweets, encourage people to subscribe. The more noise you make, the more inclined I will be to pick 5 of you to get your hands on one of these. At WILLGOO, I'll grab your information from you, I'll send it to WILLGOO and they will be in touch. They'll take the lead from there, okay? I'm not shipping them, they are. Share the stream to Twitter using hashtag TheGebs24. Make some noise, make sure you've got a PayPal account and you must be in the United Kingdom. You can give one of these as a Christmas present. So there we go guys, I hope you found this little overview useful. Like I said, it is on par for the money it costs. All the features are there, it's got a nice weight to it, the ergonomics are pretty stellar, aside from this little nick here. But if you want to buy a Pro controller, if you don't want to, you know, edge towards third party, then you've always got that option. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I will be back for streams and videos galore. Please hit that sub button guys, I'm pushing for 30k before the end of December. Can we do it? Will this community come holding true for me? Let's see. My name is Gemma, see you in the next one, take care, see you soon.